Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better. Can you tell that I've been recording for way too long, that I'm just like starting to get a bit tired? I'm trying to put way too much emphasis into shit at this point, man. What's the bet in these lyrics are going to? I hope not, because I'm going to have to figure shit out again, but it's fine if it happens, it happens. I know, man, that's what happens when you do really, really fast reactions of new albums that you've been waiting for a fucking lifetime for. Either way, I'm going to jump straight into this. We're going to just go straight from the song. I'm not going to rewind or anything, as it wasn't really like a build-up song, not like the farewell was, but still. Coming Fire, let's go. Oh shit, I think we just went to ancient Egypt, if I'm not too mistaken. The coming fire ignited in an instant, the purging flame, the swarming ghosts, with a lust for war increasing in their appetite, crossing the insect's blood at the pace of lightning. Propaganda fuels the massacre, granting who oppose abysmal death. So, well, maybe not ancient Egypt, I completely misinterpreted that. So the coming fire is a metaphor for an army, ignited in an instant, like the purging flame, the flame of like the soldiers, I'm assuming, engulf as like a swarm. Like a literal swarm, like coming onto, with the lust for war increasing in their appetite. Yeah, like when soldiers go to war, especially back in the day, there comes a point where they begin to become addicted to the bloodshed and do unspeakable things to people, and it's just one of those things that happens. It's human nature, unfortunately, at the pace of lightning. Propaganda, as we know, propaganda spreads so fast, especially nowadays, even back then, but nowadays with like Twitter and Facebook and all the social media and news outlets that we have at like the click of a button. Like, propaganda is probably one of the fastest things to ever spread. It fuels the massacre, granting who oppose abysmal death. No, we came into Nazi Germany, actually. Like, that's how Hitler came to power, that's how he managed to start the war on the Jews. He spread a fuck ton of propaganda in order to make people believe that the Jews really were as fucked up as he was saying they were. No, they weren't, but you know what I mean, because he had bad treatment by them, like, and stuff like that. He was just a racist and prejudiced and so many other things, but that's what it is. No, we're Germany. This is going to be like, that's what fueled the massacre. The propaganda fueled the massacre of the Jews, and granting anybody who opposed that propaganda an abysmal death as they gather at dawn. Still, man, let's keep going. pause it right there. We'll go back in just a second. But you realise that I'm going to have to just, like, add more shit to this. Again, but still, we're going to analyse this before I start even think about trying to go into that. They marched through the vast verdant steppes, leaving naught but ruin behind. Their forefathers' words keep them present, absorbed with mephitic pride, as in they march towards things they are, leaving nothing but ruin behind. They're destroying everything in their path, like destroying, because in Germany, back when Hitler was in power, he ordered all books, like so many books to be destroyed and burnt, and so much was lost in terms of like history and other things and culture and psychology and lots of other stuff that was really important. I can't remember exactly, but it was literally like there were so many things burnt and lost because of that war that he started, and it was just ridiculous. Like he literally like pushed us back in terms of like in terms of literature by hundreds of years. It was insane. Either way, but I know, like weirdly, like, you know, even though like obviously like that was bad, like there was only one good thing that came out of the Nazi Party, and that was they advanced medical technology by a fair bit because of the torture. They tortured and tested on the Jews, and that's how they enhanced medical technology, which is so fucked up, but it's a true fact, and it's just one of those fucked up things. And then burn for your leaders, mourn for your futures, burn for your leaders, yearn for a saviour. As in the German people. So like in nowadays culture, like if there was another Hitler, if there was another person that insane, and people were burning for the leaders, they were believing blindly about what they were saying. They were mourning for their future. They didn't know what kind of future they were going to have. They didn't know what future it was all going to be. And they were yearning for somebody to save them. Yearning for somebody to set them free from this bullshit. Do you know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like fucking Twitter. Like, you know, people getting offended and cancel culture and all of that crazy ass bullshit. It sounds just like that. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, you know, when you just like actually just think about it, a lot of this sounds like people blindly following somebody and like not giving a fuck, not caring about facts or about anything else, and just burning people's thoughts and opinions and ideas for no fucking reason. It's just like, well, it sounds very familiar. It sounds like that's what people just generally do with human nature. It's in a much different way. It's in a much less violent way, but it's still like toxic as all fucking hell. But still, mourn, everlasting mourning for the boundless sacrifice. We honour those who died. We do. Like to anybody back then who helped and served and all of that shit. We have to honour them. That's why we have parades every year, especially in the UK. And it's important. It's extremely important because we need to remember that. Have you seen these people trying to say we can't show these parts of history? How the fuck are we going to learn from our mistakes if you try to fucking cancel the fucked up part of history? Like, how insane do you have to be in order to try to do that? Like, that's why we learn history in school. That's why we do all that shit, so we know don't do this shit, because look how badly it went for this. You know what I mean? And still, this tragedy consumes so many wasted lives. Those to the left and right know all too well. Yeah, to the left and right of the political parties, they all know too well. In the series of failed counter-offensive along the front. So I'm guessing we're going straight into kind of like more of the battle aspects, which is interesting. And then it's circled in a labyrinth of enemies. So yeah, I'm guessing the counter-offensive from Europe and maybe the UK just all failed because the way that they did it was really bad. They went straight to the front, and going to the front isn't the best strategy now, is it? Even for me, and I know shit about tactics and stuff like that, but still. And yeah, encircled in 11th fragments. Then we're going back to the burn free leaders, and then I gotta figure out where we go from there. So let's keep going. that was awesome. That was amazing. I'm glad I didn't have to figure too much out. Actually, I did it on the fly as I was listening to it. I was just trying to piece everything together. It was interesting. What can I really say about this? We need to, like, we've already analysed basically what it is, as in, like, it's just repeating the burn and the mourn. Like, and we honour the dead, and yes, we do. Like, just everything about it is so fucked up. It's just so ridiculous. I don't know. It's just one of those things, like, you know, that we learn and watch, and if you know anything about it, it's just one of the most fucked up conflicts that ever happened, and in all honesty, it should never happen again. And all these people wanting to cancel and wanting to threatening people and trying to do shit because of an opinion, it's just like, how the fuck do you think fucking World War II happened? That's fucking exactly how it was. It was Twitter before Twitter was a thing, and Twitter was the newspapers. That's all it was, like, and the fact that somebody used that power to make the people believe something really bad about a group of people that didn't deserve it, and millions of people died. And that's just the Jews, that's not even including the fighters, the soldiers, the people in all the different countries across Europe, the Americans, the fucking Japanese, everybody, just like, it's ridiculous, man, but still. And this is why we shouldn't always listen to our human nature, it's why we should calm down, it's why we should kind of be mournful and remember what happened beforehand, because if we don't, we're likely to repeat them, and if we do that, we're no better, we haven't learned from our mistakes, and that's such a fucked up thing to ever do, man. This album is immense, and if you want to hear the next one, you can see it on the list. It's Our Fury and Intensified Genocide. So, I technically now have 5 reactions out for it. Like, Our Fury and Intensified Genocide have no context, because I didn't hear the album before, obviously. I heard them when they were singles, but besides that, this was awesome. The violins at the end were fucking insane. I love extra, like, instruments in fucking metal, especially in death metal. It's fucking awesome. And Shadow of Intent are officially death metal now. They're officially just symphonic-based death metal, maybe melodeath, maybe tech, maybe a little bit in between. We don't quite know yet. We'll see where we go, and it's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. I'll see you guys on Sunday, which is tomorrow when this video releases. So yeah, man. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.